Om Shanti, good morning. So, hope I'm audible. And today is the 18th August, so we are revising two Murlis which are left. I'll just share the screen. They are from the 15th October and the 16th October 1975. And in the first Murli, Baba is very explicitly remembering the teachers and how Baba is saying that the teachers means servers in short. Teacher mana sevadhari. And he's trying to explain in detail what a sevadhari is. So I'll just share the screen. Here it is. So 15th October 75, teachers are the embodiments of renunciation. Renunciation is, you can say, tyag swarup. So teacher means a server. And before I go into the details, that's what Baba always keeps saying, that when you become a teacher, a surrendered teacher, maybe it's a brother or a sister, doesn't matter. Even actually, we in households are also teachers. So, our basic qualification is that we are renunciates, we are tyagi souls. It's only a tyagi, a renunciate, who can become a server. So, a server means one who's an embodiment of renunciation and tapasya. Tyagi, tapasvi. And that's our slogan. We have three things together: tyag, tapasya, seva, and all of them are linked together. Renunciation of what? Body consciousness, many other things. Many Murlis Baba has said on renunciation. I think it's in May or April 84. There are 10 Murlis continuously. And once you are a renunciate, then you can become a tapasvi. And tapasya is having the Atma Abhimani Swarup constantly. And once I'm an embodiment of both tapasya and renunciation, then I can become a server. So tyag, tapasya, seva. So let's see what Baba is saying in detail. Teachers should check themselves in a subtle way, not in a gross form, but in a subtle way. That is, did I remain an embodiment of renunciation throughout the day? Which is, instead of being an embodiment of renunciation, did I become someone who accepted some facility or some object, some sadhan or padharth? उसके ऊपर तो मैं डिपेंडेंट नहीं हूँ. मेरी तपस्या, मेरी साधना साधनों के ऊपर तो डिपेंडेंट नहीं है. So those who are embodiments of renunciation would never accept anything. When you think about accepting something, your tapasya then finishes. So see, it's so strictly Baba saying, when you're dependent on anything outside, then you can't become independent. Independent, dependence inside, that is my tapasya, it finishes. Renunciation definitely makes you an embodiment of tapasya. And then where renunciation and tapasya both finish, service also finishes. So no matter in how many ways one serves externally, if there is no renunciation and tapasya, there is no success in service. So this Murli also is about how service can be successful, and it continues on to the next Murli of 16th October as well. Then Baba practically gives examples that some teachers wonder why there isn't success in service. Not to have expansion in service is a different matter. For to move along according to the discipline is success in service. It's very important to understand this line. We build our definitions of success around the numbers, the quantity of students we have, the number of centers I have established, so on and so forth. So we look at numbers all the time. That is expansion of service. We say the Baba says, if you are moving along with a lot of discipline, anushasan hai seva mein, that itself is success. And that will only happen when there is renunciation and tapasya. I am a teacher, I am in charge, I am knowledgeable, I am yogi, jnani yogi. To accept this for the self is not said to be renunciation. So, tyag of all the things. I am a yogi soul, jnani soul, I am a teacher, so and so. So, all those things need to be renounced. Others may say this of you, but you should not have to say this for yourself. And even if others say, you don't have to accept that, because it is not I. Again, the I-ness comes here. I'm an instrument. Baba's using me. If you have to say it for yourself, that would then be said to be self pride, right? So it's Deha Abhiman. The definition of renunciation is not an ordinary one. Even souls who are going to become subjects have renunciation of the gross form, but those who become instruments have renunciation in a very subtle way, sukshma. Not to accept any position or any object from any person is said to be renunciation. Otherwise, there is the saying that those who accept success disregard God's miracles. Again, it's another what you call muhavra, or another saying in the path of devotion, that if you accept success, then you're disregarding Baba's service, Baba's miracles. Not sorry, not service, Baba's miracles. So here too, on the path of the knowledge, if you accept any success that you have achieved through these two subjects, Gyan and Yog, in the form of regard and honor, that too is a form of reward as the result of using the right method, which means Vidhi se Siddhi hai. So if someone is telling me, oh Bhaiji, your class is very good, the way you conduct yoga is very good, and if I accept that praise, that mahima, then I mean, it is becoming a matter of self esteem or self pride for me. So, where is the renunciation? So that so there'll be no success in that service. I won't be able to reveal Baba. I'm just able to reveal myself, and that's it. If I'm happy with that, that's fine. Many souls do that, but I have to understand that there is no renunciation in that. So there won't be any success in service. That further down, Baba says to accept anything of this means to accept success. Those who accept success, very important, finish their reward here itself, and they then do not create anything for the future. That's what Baba says in Hindi, kacha fal khana. You eat the fruit which is raw, not ripe. So teachers have to therefore check themselves in a very subtle way. As a server, your renunciation and tapasya should be constant, sada. Tapasya means to stay in love with the one Father. If your intellect is subservient to any fortune that you've received temporarily, you cannot be an embodiment of success in service. So the word comes here, sada and kabhi kabhi. So if temporarily I am subservient to my fortune, I cannot be an embodiment of success in service forever, constantly. So in order to become an embodiment of success, you need to have this renunciation and tapasya. Renunciation does not mean that you renounce your relationships and come and sit here with Baba doing no other work. No. It's renunciation of praise, renunciation of respect, and renunciation of nature, the servant. This is the true renunciation. To Mahima, Apna Abhiman or pride, whatever, and Swabhav. That is the nature. Then see how you will have to put in less effort yet achieve greater success. So Baba is asking, why is there at present some work put in and less success? Sorry, not some, more work put in and less success. Because something is now lacking in both of these things, which means that in your renunciation and tapasya, the things are lacking. Renunciation of praise, respect, and nature. Swabhav, sanskar, mahima, and adar or respect, whatever you want to say. Those who have both renunciation and tapasya are accurate teachers. That is, they are the teachers who are doing some work. Otherwise, they would be said to be teachers for namesake only. Teachers shouldn't be weak in any subject. If a teacher is weak, then whomever the teacher becomes an instrument for, that person also will become weak. And this is why teachers should be perfect in all the subjects. It is not the duty of teachers to say, oh Baba, what can I do? How can I do this? Or I don't know how to do this. These are not the words of a teacher. These are the words of subjects. I mean, you're not an authority, then you don't know. So you'll become a praja, you'll come in the subject clan. So, do you consider yourselves to be the embodiments of success in this way? Check. There is definitely some obstruction somewhere, because this is why you're not embodiments of success. When there is the attraction of renunciation and tapasya, service will also be attracted and will follow. So, very important again to underline that when Baba is saying that if you still don't have that attraction or that urge towards renunciation and tapasya, that I want to be a tyagi and tapasvi soul, till that time service won't be attracted to you, because all these are linked: tyag, tapasya, and seva. And then if success is if seva is not following, then there is no success in service. So do you understand? Become now teachers who are such embodiments of success. Expansion in service is based on such teachers, and such teachers are said to be lucky. It is for them that there is the saying that even dust becomes gold. Dust will become gold, that is, you will become an embodiment of success. So, are you such teachers who are embodiments of success? Of course, it would be number wise. The teacher's number is at the front, and Baba always says that teachers are my right hands, or teachers are my Guru Bhai. Guru Bhai means um, the Guru brothers, which are sitting on Baba's gaddi. So Baba always looks at the teachers with a lot of regard. And they're always sitting in the front. The other BK students usually sit behind after the first 4 or 5 rows of teachers. Acha, so if you haven't become such embodiments of success, then become that now. Baba very gently says that. Do it now. And then the next para of the first Murli, the main qualifications of those who fulfill the responsibility of love for the Father. What are the main qualifications of such a soul? Which soul? Which Baba said in the Murli up somewhere, that you should be taking the full responsibility of love for the Father. So, what are the qualifications of a soul who fulfills such responsibility? So, he's asking, have you made the Father your companion for life? Sada ke liye. You have to fulfill your responsibility towards your companion. To fulfill your responsibility means to follow his directions at every step, which means to follow the Srimad every step. To follow his directions at every step means to fulfill your responsibility towards your companion. So, are you those who fulfill their responsibility in this way, or those who simply have love for him? So, love means being responsible. That's what Baba is equating here. Oh, I love Baba and I don't do my work properly, my seva properly, then I'm not fulfilling my responsibility towards that love. So, some are even now still trying to forge their love. And this is why they say that they are unable to have yoga. So, you have to force, actually, force or forge. I don't know whether it's a spelling mistake, but when I sit in yoga and I'm not able to connect to Baba, I'm not able to get the current. There's a lot of waste going on in my head inside, which means I have to force myself to get connected for yoga. I'm not able to have that yoga. Those who are able to have yoga for a short time, but then their yoga breaks, for them it would be said that they are those who are trying to forge their love. So those who fulfill the responsibility of love are lost in love, which Baba says a Hindi word, loveleen hote hain. They are lost in Baba's love forever. And they have completely forgotten all the awareness of their body and physical relationships. Therefore, you also have to fulfill such a responsibility of love with the Father. And so, how would you then remember your body and body relationships? Which Baba says in Hindi, no, three things: Deha, Deha Sahit Deha ke Sambandh, and Deha ke Padarth. So, it's the body, the first thing. Second is the bodily relationships, Sambandh. And third is all the objects, which Baba mentions as Padarth, everything related to the body, which is corporeal. So here the first Murli finishes. We'll revise, which says what is the definition of a teacher. A teacher means a server. And who's a server? All the three subjects go in line: Tyag, Tapasya, and Seva, one who are embodiments of renunciation and Tapasya. So we move on to the next second Murli of the day, 16th October 75. To become well known is based on the success in your thoughts and words. So Mansa and Vacha, Safalta. How do we get? Baba is telling you the method down. And that is the way to become well known. So, what chart should the Maharathi children be keeping at present? So, Maharathi is a someone. So, Maharathi actually is the word Maharathi. Rathi means to ride, and Maha means someone who is great. So, a great rider means usually it means someone who is sitting on the top of an elephant, riding an elephant. That is a Maharathi. So, when we say elephant, it basically means someone who is great, has an elevated stage at a higher level. So Baba is asking, what chart should you Maharathi children be keeping at present? At present, it is the season for the Maharathi children to become embodiments of success, Safalta ke Swaroop. Their every word and thought should take a practical form. According to the drama, that can only happen when their every thought and word are so powerful and filled with truth. So Shakti, Samarthi, and truth, Satyata. Only when I'm truthful will I have power in my thoughts and words to be implemented. Therefore, Maharathi should now keep this chart that whatever thoughts I have during the day and whatever words emerge from my lips, how many of them take a practical form? Because thought is the seed underlying. Beej hai sankalp. Therefore, powerful seeds will give you good fruit. So, this is known as the thoughts taking a practical form. So, throughout the day, how many thoughts and words take a practical form? Whatever you say, according to the drama, it should only be that which is going to happen practically. So, this is what also Baba refers to as pavitrata. And this is a very deeper sense of purity. Man vachan karam ki pavitrata. Whatever I think, that's what I should be saying, and also very important, that's what I should be doing in my practical life. If I'm saying something very great, but if I'm not living up to the expectations of what I'm saying, I'm not able to do that, then that is not truth. That is not purity of thought, word, and action as well. For this, you have to really pay attention to making your every thought and word powerful. And this should be the chart of the Maharathis at present. And then, if my thoughts, I have determination, dridta, then I'm successful. As all of us know that in Hindi we say dridta safalta ki chabi hai. So determination is the key to success. So this should be the chart of you all Maharathis. See, on the path of devotion also it is said that this person is the one who has total success. So here too, those whose thoughts and words take a practical form are very well known because of that success. Someone who does not have that success cannot be well known. In devotion as well, many gods and goddesses are very well known, whereas others aren't. They are known as just gods and goddesses, but they are not as well known. So, the basis of becoming well known is to make your thoughts and words take a practical form. Through this, then you will automatically become an avyakt angel and your time will be saved. You will automatically stop speaking because you have to go to the silence home. So, everything, if I'm on this path where my thought, word, and action are pure, they are in sync, then I don't have to really make a lot of effort to speak. My life becomes a chalta firta museum. I am an embodiment of what Baba wants to show through me. And I become more and more silent because I have to go to the silence home. And this is why those sanskars of silence and of being an angel will automatically pull you to themselves. And service will also expand so much that you won't have any chance of doing service through your words. Very important. Then my mind becomes so powerful because my thoughts, word, and action are in sync that my mansa seva is at 100%. And then I'm serving through my mind, to the power of my mind, to the power of my thoughts, rather than speaking. You will then definitely do service through your eyes as well, through your smiling face and the sparkling jewel on your forehead. So, three things: eyes, drishti se seva hogi, chehre se chehra will be harshit mukh, which I think a couple of days, I think it was yesterday, the Sakar Murli was full about how the Devi Devtas, the deities should be harshit mukh, prasann, smiling faces, and the sparkling jewel on the forehead, chamakti hui mani. Mastak Mani Baba says it should be sparkling, chamakti hui on your forehead. So this transformation will take place, won't it? You will be able to increase this practice when you keep your chart. And this should be the chart of Maharathis. Maharathis should no longer keep the chart of whether they caused sorrow for anyone or whether they were influenced by any vice. So that is just a soldier doing, or a Ghodeswar. Ghodeswar is a horse rider, not a Maharathi, not a great rider. So our initial days when we keep the chart is, oh, did I get disturbed by someone? Or did I say some words which disturb someone and cause sorrow? Or did I come under someone's influence, किससे प्रभावित हुआ? Or some Maya's vice I was subservient to, so on and so forth. Something which is a very gross way of checking your chart. So those are the initial days, Baba says. And they are for the soldiers and the horse riders. But for a Maharathi, everything is on a very subtle level. That is the chart of the cavalry. Cavalry is the soldiers. The chart of Maharathis has to be something great because Maharathi, a great rider, has to be great. So now, therefore, make plans among yourselves for deep effort. And this is why you're given time every now and then. You don't have time during melas. In the melas, you become engaged in a different type of service. Mela, all those pradarshnis, the exhibitions, the big programs which we do, where a lot of karmana seva, a lot of service through action doing, and a lot of vacha seva, the service through words happens. During that time, we really don't get time to do the service through the mind. A mela is the time to give to others, and after the mela, it is the time to fill yourself. During melas, your days and nights are not spent in giving, aren't they? And Baba also, very nice. He's the Gyan Sagar, right? He's the ocean of knowledge. So Baba very beautifully rhymes these two words, Mela hai ya jhamela hai. So in a mela, we become so busy organizing every sort of service through karmana and vacha that it can sometimes become a jhamela, which means it can become a mess if I'm really not able to take care of my mind, my thoughts, that I should not get disturbed because there is too many things happening, and somewhere or the other chance somewhere or the other there's a chance of getting disturbed. Someone saying something to me, I'm not able to gel well with their nature, with their sanskar, with their swabhav, and then there'll happen some friction between both of us. So Baba saying, check that. And Mela is not the time for filling oneself, it's for filling others, doing seva for others. So Babdada now knows that since you become instruments to give to so many souls, you would definitely have thoughts and plans of giving. Only then would you automatically be able to receive a certificate of contentment. Santushtaka certificate. If I'm able to sort of make others happy with my service, make others contented by my service, then I can get the certificate of contentment. I'm sure all of you know what are those four certificates of contentment. First is contentment with the self, second is with Baba, or rather, is Baba contented with my service or with my effort? Third is getting contentment certificate from the Parivar, the Brahmin Parivar, that is Alaukik, and also from the Laukik as well. Sometimes we forget the Laukik Parivar. We only think, oh, getting it from the Alaukik is enough. No, Laukik as well. And fourth is getting the certificate of contentment from the drama. How much am I sort of contented, and my part is sort of, I mean, my faith in the drama is so fixed that I'm contented with whatever is happening in the drama is fine. So getting a certificate of contentment from drama as well. So these four certificates I'll automatically get if I'm working in the instrument consciousness. So making everyone content helps you to take a very high jump in your efforts. उनकी दुआएं मिलती हैं. If I'm able to please others through my service, they will give me a lot of blessings, and those blessings will help me take a high jump in my effort. All of this have to be done, but it has to come later. You're noting down everything, so sit and revise it later. Whatever you're receiving now, you're accumulating that in your intellects. But when you sit and revise, it goes into the depth, or rather, you go into its depth and subtlety, and you will then be able to take others also into the depth. So whatever is happening now, whatever is taking place now, Babdada is still happy and content with it. Acha, so in the end, usually Baba always um, he tries to sort of mellow down and tells us children, make sure that we feel very light, and he always gives regard to what we have done so far. All is good, child. That's what he keeps saying. Though he also gives you a lot of inspirations that how to make effort in the first part of the Murli, but in the end he always says, "Jo bhi hai, jitna kiya hai, acha hai," and Baba is santusht with, Baba is content with what we are doing. Acha. Om Shanti. So I'll just stop sharing the screen, and then we'll take a minute, and then you can start sharing your thoughts. Thank you. You can start sharing your thoughts.
Om Shanti, good morning, brother. Baba says that determination is the key to success, and success need not be fully savored now. It needs to be saved for future, and getting into the mood of success is like eating a unripe fruit. And once you become a embodiment of it, then it is shown through your chal, chalan, and drishti. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. Like in the first Murli, Baba gives the qualifications of a teacher as a server, and he is an embodiment of renunciation and tapasya. Sorry. If he accepts facility, tapasya finishes. Also renunciate, does not accept any facility. And if you're a renunciate, because renunciate is the basic quality to become an embodiment of tapasya. And Baba also further goes down to speak about self-pride. But after that, I just heard the sentence, so I couldn't get it because I don't have the Murli to counter check. The word was to accept anything of this means to accept success. So before that, Baba had just spoken about self-pride. Then when you just read the sentence to accept anything of this means to accept success, that is reward. Could you just clarify that one sentence because I could not connect it to the paragraph before?
So it is, I'll just share the Murli with you soon. I'm just doing it, I'm sharing the screen, I've highlighted it. So when I accept any praise, that someone is praising me, that I gave example as well, that, oh, I've done a good class, a good lecture, or even for that matter, when I do yoga, people's yoga is also connected to Baba. So I'm a very good yogi soul. And then people say, oh, Bhaiji, your yoga is so good, your class is so good. So if I accept this success, which I have achieved through Baba's knowledge, I mean, Baba knowledge and yoga, all my four subjects, Gyan, Yoga, Dharana, Seva. And people put me in a big regard and honor. I have just highlighted this thing here, I've made it bold. So that too is a form of reward for me because I've applied Vidhi se Siddhi. My method is perfect and therefore I'm getting success, Siddhi. But internally, if I am able to, if I'm getting this self pride, it's written here, I'm arrow marking it arrow, that is self pride because I'm just trying to be full of myself. And then I've started accepting praise from people. And that is what is eating the fruit, which is kacha, which is a raw fruit. And then I'm not collecting, jama nahi ho raha hai, which means I'm not accumulating in my account. I'm just using it that itself. And Baba says that also is fine. There are quite a few souls in the Brahmin world who have a lot of YouTube channels of theirs. They want you to subscribe to their channel. You do subscribe, and they also become very great and all that, whatever, to cut the story short. So you're praising them, you're subscribing them, you're listening to them, that's perfectly fine. But that's okay, that's just that soul is becoming famous for a particular amount of time. But has it accumulated in their accounts? That Baba knows very well. So we have to be very, very careful that if I have my YouTube channel and if I'm becoming famous, is that renunciation? It's a big question mark. I'm just trying to make myself more and more revealed, and that's what Baba says, खुद को प्रत्यक्ष कर रहे हो. Baba pratyaksh nahi ho raha hai. So that's what we have to understand. Accepting any honor, praise, fame, name, fame, and getting your name in service. And if you're getting so happy with that, you're really losing out on important things like renunciation. And then that is not true success in service. Okay, I hope that's clear now.
Yeah, so I got to understand in that sentence, Baba is saying that is not real success. That is
Absolutely.
not the success in the dictionary of Baba. And in other words, it's saying now instead of telling us not to accept, he's just putting it in a very positive way. And that he's saying is not going to do anything for you for the future. I think this is the understanding I got.
Om Shanti. Baba has also emphasized on the significance of the maintaining a chart, thought and word chart, whether my thought, every thought and word is powerful and filled with truth of who am I and who is mine. And this requires paying attention throughout the day and to check. And second thing is the sanskars of silence automatically pulls or attracts to an angelic stage. So this sanskar of silence to be realized throughout the day, every moment. I have this sanskar of silence. And third is service through eyes, smiling face, and the sparkling jewel on the forehead. This also is a checking for throughout the day. This Baba has given importance to the practical being and impractical, the embodiment of power and truth. And that because that's the key for the service, success in service. Automatically service happens. We need not put effort for service. Automatically it happens through the elevated stage. Stage itself serves. I think that's the key from today. And this requires a lot of renunciation. I mean, in a not only the gross manner, but also the intellect is renunciated in a subtle manner. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. And very truly said that when the seed, the thought is very seed. When seed is very powerful, then definitely it's going to now we are doing suppose in this then function is a karmana seva, that rightly said, and second mansa seva, the service we are doing. Then after the last stage, when our eyes, when we open our eyes, that service is to be going on, and our face is giving service. So this is the ultimate success, I think, and I must got a point. So thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. Coming to that second Murli, I really loved that one paragraph which you read about fulfilling the responsibility. And I think you read something like forging love. I always love that word forging. You know, forging is you have so much love in you that you really want to do things so that what you want to achieve goes. So it's all speaking about effort. That's what we are all in the process doing now. We have so much love for God that we really try to put all that love working and making hard effort to really reach that thing. I like that introduction. Even the second part of the Murli which you read about thoughts. See, again, here Baba is speaking about the final stage. So over here also, it's the final moments when he says thoughts may be pure, peaceful, powerful, positive. But now, as you're going to your home, we need silent service. So here again, the emphasis is on the final moments. And one rule, of course, Baba has given in this Murli is truth. Shakti and Samadhi is there, but truth. And he explains about how through the eyes, so we speak nothing. Our eyes reveal everything. Our face reveals everything. And the jewel on our forehead reveals everything. He also said, no more melas, away from that noise. So that was nice. So this is the power which a thought will give at the end. Brother, could you just give us a small thing, how the thought of mind can become P for power?
So, I didn't quite understand your question, but I'll just try to reframe the question first. So, when Baba speaks about mind, so mind means that's the faculty which is creating thoughts. And thought is powerful because it is a seed. And if I can equate the three subjects when Baba says Mansa, Vacha, Karmana, these are our three faculties thought, word, and action. Baba also says about three praptiyan, which is our three attainments, Gyan, Gun, and Shaktiyan. So, knowledge, virtues and powers. So the mind is able to serve through the so for the mind it is the powers, it's a powerful mind which is able to serve. So shaktishali man seva karta hai, that's the first thing. Second, when we say vacha, vacha is the voice which we are saying, or through words, that seva happens, which are through which attainment, when we say those three attainments, gyan gun shakti, so the knowledge, the gyan is given through your words. And the third one is karmana. Karmana is your actions. So in your actions, how are you serving? Through your virtues. Through your virtuous actions, you're able to serve. So that's this way, a powerful mind is the one who's the best server. Because if my mind is so powerful that I don't have a trace of, forget negative, even a trace of waste in me, my every thought is so sort of full of power, because whatever I think starts happening. And that's what we were discussing, and some brother said as well about the determination thing, that I create a thought and it just happens. So what is that? That's a powerful mind, and that is serving through the mind. Because sometimes many people, I think we have to draw a line here and have a word of caution here. Many people very loosely say, oh, I'm doing mansa seva, I'm serving through the mind. But mind well, my dear brothers and sisters, it's important to know that it's only a person who is so strong and powerful in his mind, his thoughts can serve through the mind. If I'm having a lot of negative still in me and a lot of waste in me, I really can't serve through the mind. And also, secondly, many people very casually say this, that let me do mansa seva for 21 days for the health of this child. Maybe some soul who is not healthy, who's undergoing a lot of is undergoing a lot of pain through some illness, and then we say, let me do some mansa seva. That's fine as a concept. I can do some seva for that soul, but again, there's a method of how to do mansa seva for that soul. Let me not go in the method of that in detail today. I don't know whether we have time for that, but I need to remember that when I sit in the consciousness that yes, Baba, I'm doing mansa seva, that's a very wrong thought. I am doing mansa seva. This I comes in again. And so I have to be very, very careful that when I start my yoga, if I say I'm sitting on the globe, till that point it's fine. The globe means the globe of the earth, which in our commentaries people say that. And then I'm giving rays, I'm giving rays. This I am giving rays is a very dangerous thing. It's not I am giving. Baba is giving through me. So when I start doing mansa seva, for example, I sit with the thought, the first thought, and that's the only thought. After that, then Baba will do whatever he wants to do. So, for example, I'll give this thought to Baba. Baba, such and such soul is undergoing a lot of pain in an illness. So I just want to give some mansasaka. So that's it. So just give it to Baba at that time, and then after that first thought, you don't have to think again and again about that soul, that I am giving rays, I am giving rays. No, that's a very erroneous method. Seniors like Jayanti Didi, Asha Didi, Brijmohan Bhai Sahab have corrected all of us on this many times. Because if I say I am doing mansa seva for someone through my powerful mind, I am actually trying to create a karmic account with that soul. And come what may, for example, after 21 days, if the soul doesn't feel good and has is in the still the same state of suffering, then should I start doubting myself? Oh, my mansa seva wasn't good. Or reverse, converse, vice versa. The soul starts recovering after 21 days, and then what credit do I give? Oh, yes, see, I did good mansa seva, and the soul started recovering. So, a question for all of you here: when I am in this sort of tana bana, which we see, or when I'm still in this jal, in this net, that I am doing the seva and the soul is becoming better or not becoming better, whatever. What is this? Is this mansa seva? Not at all, because I'm actually just getting in entangled in a lot of karmic accounts with that souls. And I have come to Baba for getting entangled or becoming bondage free. Important to realize. So we need to realize that there's a method of doing mansa seva as well properly. And very important, we should not be getting entangled in people's karmic accounts. See, even Mama had a big form of cancer. Did Brahma Baba anytime say, come, let us do Mansa Seva for Mama? Not really. And Brahma Baba had a lot of illnesses which were never shown because he was such a Tyagi Tapasvi soul. All the Dadis, Gulzar Dadi had so much of problems in her body. She underwent cancer. She underwent so many operations. Dr. Mehta did the one from Mumbai. And last 3 years, we see how her tapasya helped her. So you really can't do Mansa Seva for anyone. But doesn't mean the concept of Mansa Seva is not right. Please don't take me wrong. I'm not saying that this concept has to be completely evaded. No. It's a very beautiful concept which Baba teaches us that you should serve through a powerful mind and have feelings, good feelings, and pure wishes for people. Till that point, Mansa Seva is fine, but you really can't entangle yourself in their karmic accounts and make yourself feel responsible that you're curing their disease or you're not able to cure. Because it's both ways, you're not stable. If you feel, oh, you're the best, you have done good Mansa Seva, you're in a pride. That's what we discussed today. And then if that soul is not getting better, then you become doubtful about your yoga and intellect, like, oh my god, I'm not doing good Mansa Seva. So we have to be very away from these two killers, and we have to be very stable. And I think this is what I have, this came out, I don't know, I went into a big expanse of Mansa Seva. But to answer your question in short is, a powerful mind is, the mind is powerful. The proof of that is my thoughts will start manifesting. Sankalp se siddhi. And all of us know we have many instances where we think and things starts happening. So that's a powerful mind. And obviously it's because of Baba and Baba. Oh, I have a powerful mind again. No, it's Baba's connection which I have, a strong connection which makes my mind very strong. Okay.
Om Shanti.
Yeah,
Om.
go ahead.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible, Sanjay bhai. Go ahead. Yeah.
Today, Baba first reminds us and makes us very, very vigilant that, see, my child, don't accept success from anybody. That means don't expect honor, reward from anybody, and don't accept it also. Why? Because when you are doing real service, you will get it from Baba. That means if you're accepting anything from anybody, that means you are disregarding that Baba, because you will get from Baba. Because when the seva, proper seva is there, I am doing it. If that comes, I am doing it. That means, see, Baba does that before listening any Murli or while listening any Murli, you have to become soul conscious. Before doing any seva, you have to become soul conscious. So whenever we are doing any seva, whenever we are doing any such a godly activity, Baba first says, be soul conscious. Why soul conscious? Because unless and until we are soul conscious, then only we will become union with Baba. And when we are connected with Baba, then the energy flows to us. And then it happens. So that itself clarifies that I am not doing it. He, the Karta, Baba is doing it. Karta ne Karan ko, Karan se. We are Karan, we are not Karta. We get confused, and due to that only the blunder happens. So we cannot say I am doing it. It is He who is doing it through me. Another thing is that Baba talks about the qualities of a teacher. That what should be the quality of a teacher. Firstly, he says, tapasya, renunciation should be constant. And he also said that teachers should be perfect in all subjects. So when we again take the word of a teacher, the first T tells us that thoughts should be very, very pure, powerful, embodiment of truth, be a trainer, a teacher is a transformer also, and embodiment of success. And it becomes embodiment of success. And another letter is A, that adorned with divine virtues. He should be master of all the subjects. He should not be weak in any of the subjects. And C, cheerful, Harshat Mukh. When you talk about Harshat Mukh, that means he's doing seva with drishti, he's doing seva with the face, his forehead is also doing seva. And Ach means he's honest. Honest that I'm not doing seva. I'm not doing any service. Baba is doing it with me, using me. Baba is using me. If we are disconnecting with Baba, we are of nothing. अगर बाबा नहीं है तो हम कोई काम के नहीं. It is बाबा है तो हम हैं, और बाबा है तो ये सब सारी सेवाएं हैं. And you excel from that. And R is complete renunciation. That's what a teacher, what I understood. And another is Baba talking about Maharathis. And Baba said that who actually is a Maharathi? How can one understand that is a Maharathi? Baba puts light on that. I have taken the Hindi word of Maharathi. The first letter M, Ma, Maharathi. Ma means Mapan Swaha. Mapan जब स्वाहा हो जाता है तो व्यक्ति साधारण नहीं रहता है, साध लेता है उस परमपिता परमात्मा को. एंड देन रन, उसके अंदर में फिर कोई द्वंद्व नहीं रहता है. यानी ही बिकम्स ए स्टेट ऑफ अयोध्या. जस्ट लाइक इन उत्तर प्रदेश वी हैव गॉट ए प्लेस कॉल्ड अयोध्या. दैट मीन्स जब मैपन खत्म होता है, व्हेन मैपन डिसअपियर्स, द फाइट within also disappears, and you reach to a state of Ayodhya. And when you reach to a state of Ayodhya, Rama comes. तो मैपन खत्म. ह always हाजी का पार्ट, and आकार आज्ञाकारी, र बाबा के प्यार में रम जाना, लवलीन स्टेट, एंड थ बाबा का सदैव हाथ थाम के रहेगा, एंड ई ईश्वरीय मर्यादा स्वरूप एंड ज्ञान स्वरूप. So that's what I understood, what Baba is trying to tell about a teacher who is a teacher and who is a Maharathi. Oh, Shanti.
Om Shanti, thank you all of you for your sharing. So let's now move into a little bit of meditation. So I'll just give you a few thoughts and then you can just churn on it on your own, reflect on it, and create your own inner commentary. No big commentary I'm going to give you. Okay. So let's sit back. And delve into this deep consciousness of who am I. And as from today's Murli, let me spend time on these three aspects which Baba said: Tyag, Tapasya, and Seva. Renunciation, Tapasya, and service. So the first one is renunciation or Tyag. So the renunciation of the I-ness, the my-ness, I, the Brahman soul on this journey towards perfection. Let me check whether I have been able to renounce this consciousness of I and mine fully. It's only when I have done this fully that I enter into the second concept of tapasya. Tapasya means sustained, constant effort of soul consciousness. So let me practice for the next few minutes, situating myself in the consciousness of being a tiny point of light. And see how you're feeling. It's such a powerful feeling to be that point of light. And having experienced the power of this soul conscious state, let me move on to the third thing which Baba said about seva. Serving through my drishti, the three things again which he said. Through my drishti, through my cheerful and smiling face, and the sparkling jewel on the forehead, which I am already. Om Shanti. So
Om
thank you all of
Shanti.
you. Yeah, and Sister Rakhi can do the announcements. Yeah, thank you.
Om Shanti. This Sunday we have a class conducted on mastering meditation magically by Brother Vimish. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Manoj Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. We meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Shanti.
Thank you. Have a good day, all of you.